Hello, welcome. You guys feel that? You feel that in the air? Do you guys getting a little bit of a sense of it? It's the last day of July. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean anything to anybody specifically, but when it's the last day of July, you know what that means, right? Right? Like tomorrow's August, right? We're kind of officially starting spooky season, right? Right? Like, can we agree? I think we can. I think we're starting spooky season. Hi, Carrie, over on YouTube. Yeah, come on. It has to be, right? Are you already looking for Halloween decorations? I know people that are already doing this. I don't fault them. I don't think it's a bad thing. You know, I forgot to turn my my chair on. There you go. Anyway, welcome, guys. Hi, welcome. Welcome to Friday night. Oh, Carrie's got the ghost emoji ready to go. Spooky season started in July, says Victoria. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I just got a notification about an order that I just placed. I just placed an order for some a reorder for some acrylic magnets that I made a while back, and I never placed a reorder. I never reordered them, and so I was like, oh, you know what? I probably should get some of those back in stock. I don't have any like events coming up right now, anywhere where I need to be selling things, but I just was like, you know what? I don't want to be out of stock of something as cool as an acrylic magnet, so I just decided to order a few more, just like 10. But that way I've got them on hand if ever there's a time. If you're somebody who's watching me and you're like, what are you talking about, man? Well, I'm Phil, and this is my art channel. This is where I post progress updates on the animated cartoon that I'm making that is based on the comic strip characters that you might see over my shoulder over there. You really can't see them all that well. I can kind of, yeah, I can do that. These guys right there. Those guys right there. And those guys right there. So I'm making a little animated cartoon, don't you know? And on Friday nights here on YouTube and also on Facebook, I do this live stream where I kind of talk to you about my progress. I let you know what I've been working on in the week before. Typically, I turn the camera around and start doing a little bit of drawing. We'll see if I do that tonight. We'll see. I'm going to explain why I just said it that way in just a moment. Hello to Senate Tashone on YouTube. Hi. Dylan on YouTube. Hello. Victoria says, love the chair. Thank you very much. I also love this chair. It brings me a lot of joy. How do I get my camera back to where I had it? Whatever. Anyway, so, okay, where were we? Where were we going? Okay, we're talking about spooky season. Spooky season is upon us, I would say. Some in the comments would say it is already here as of July. Again, I have friends who are already purchasing Halloween decor and getting their house ready to go. So I don't. Are you doing that? Joe Mara says 6'7". That's what Joe Mara says. And thanks for the thumbs up over on Facebook from Courtney Stottlemyre, who, by the way, just celebrated a birthday. I don't know everyone's birthday, but I know Courtney's birthday. And I know that Courtney just celebrated a birthday. I know. Hi. How's it going, pal? And one of my cats just came into the room, and he's very vocal. Hi. You gonna come over here and say hi? Nope, you're just gonna lay on the ground. All right, well, I'm not gonna go get him. Well, maybe I will go get him. Okay, hold on. You twisted my arm, everybody. All right. I'm just gonna show you off for a minute. Just chill out for just a second. Ah. Ugh. He's like, don't do this to me. Don't. This is cannoli. He's like, I don't want to be on camera, Phil. I don't want to be on camera. This is awful. Why would you do this to me? This is the worst thing you could have ever done. He's looking at me. I'm so sorry, Phil. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Anyway. Oh, Joe says I just subscribed. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Thanks, guys. Okay, so let me get back to what I was talking about. And, I have a kind of a format of this live stream. I do this live stream every Friday night for about an hour. Typically for the first half an hour, I'm just like shooting the breeze with you guys and, saying hi to you and taking questions. Although I do take questions the whole time. But typically the first half an hour, I'm just kind of, I don't know. This is just a fun thing I do, okay? If you guys weren't here, it would be a lot quieter, and I would just simply turn my camera around and draw for the whole hour. But people are showing up, and so I'm gonna be social with you guys. People are coming into the room tonight. I do appreciate that. Victoria says, "Oh, cannoli is too sweet. He is too sweet." Amy over on Facebook just said, gave me a thumbs up. I do appreciate the thumbs up. Okay. So what's been going on this week? Well, specifically today, if you guys are here today, this is kind of a special day for me, anyway, because I finally hit another milestone. I have to kind of like bring up these milestones over time because animation takes a long time, and I'm not doing it full time. I have other things that I do. I have a day job. I have occasionally I have a commission that I do. I do have a commission that's going on right now. No, I'm not accepting other commissions. I'm kind of mad that I accepted this commission, to be perfectly honest with you, because I don't really feel like I have time for it. But oh well. So I've got that going on. And then recently I've been just trying to give myself a little bit of downtime and playing some video games again. I really haven't played a lot of games in the last few years. I've sort of dabbled here and there, but recently I allowed myself to get a game I really, really wanted, which is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. And I've been playing the heck out of that and having a great time. And yes, it means I've been slightly less productive on my cartoon, but it also means I've been having some fun doing something I've wanted to do for a while that I kind of put off. So the game's been out about a year and a half, but depending on which console you get it for. And so I'm playing it as we speak. Not right now, not right this second, but I was playing it right before I came on here tonight. But that's not the milestone that I wanted to talk to you about. The milestone is I just crossed over the 3,500 image mark on new ad day. 3,500 images. Now, does that mean 3,500 drawings? It doesn't. It might mean 35, or actually, it might mean more than 3,500 drawings, because an image for my cartoon, I can't speak about other people's cartoons, but I would say it's pretty safe to say that this is true for everybody, or almost everybody that's making a cartoon. There aren't very many of us, I don't think, that are doing it on paper. I'm one of the loonies who was doing it on paper, but basically an image can consist of like a series of images. So in other words, if there's, like in the finale I just did of this cartoon, there were like 8 or 9 characters that appeared on screen together, but I drew them all on separate pieces of paper so I could make sure I wasn't getting the timing wrong. So, but all of those drawings get squished together, and that way they, like, one image is comprised of a bunch of different little drawings that are from different pieces of paper. So you take, like, let's say 10 drawings, you smush them together, and you get one image. That's why I said I've recently hit 3,500 images and not 3,500 drawings, because I'm pretty sure I already hit the drawing 3,500 mark a while back. Anyway, Victoria says, that's insane. It is insane. I'm probably not all there. Okay. Anyway, but that was today. That was today, and also today was I completed a scene on the montage that I'm working on. The montage is the final sequence of animation that I have yet to draw for this cartoon, and so it is made up of 15 scenes. But those 15 scenes, when you add them like together in the groups that they are, it makes like 3 sections. So 3 sections, but when you divide those up into tinier pieces, it's 15 scenes. Today I finished scene number 3 out of 15, and there are 3 more to go in this scene, or in this section. There's three more scenes to go in this section before section 1 of the montage is all animated. So I'm halfway through the first section of the montage, which I know that's like a lot of things to keep track of. Don't worry about it. It's not on the test. I'm the one keeping track of it. You don't have to. But the point is that I don't know. Tomorrow's August. I think after August, I'll be pretty decently into this montage. I'm not going to say it'll be done, but I am going to say I expect to make some pretty good progress in August. There are currently 4 storyboard pages pinned up to my wall, and I expect to be done with page number 1 relatively soon. Maybe I'll get through the second one in August as well. We'll see. I'm not trying to rush too much. I'm trying to make sure that everything turns out the way that I want. If you're wondering, like, who is the cartoon for, it's for me. I'm making it because I want to. It's not something that I was hired to do. It doesn't have a deadline. But all that to say, I do try to keep some level of pressure on myself and some urgency, because I have found that if I don't do that, it's really hard to make progress happen. It can be really easy to get into a rut, and so I try not to do that. Oh, Samo is here, one of my YouTube channel members. Hello, Samo. Samo gets their comments on screen because they are a channel member. In case you're wondering why I separated that comment onto the screen, it's one of the very few perks I have for being a channel member. I need to go back and look at all those perks and see if I need to revisit those. But thank you for being a channel member, and thank you for the rest of you for subscribing to this channel and liking this video. I don't always see those things happening in the moment, in real time, but I do go back and look at those things, so I appreciate that. Hi, Frank. Frank over on Facebook just said hi. And oh my gosh, Jackie Henderson just gave me a like on Facebook. I haven't talked to Jackie in a dog's age. And Frank gave me a like as well. Thank you very much, Frank. Well, it's very populated in here tonight. I do appreciate that. It is nice to have some people hanging out on this last day of August. You guys excited? You gonna do anything cool this weekend? I'm thinking about going to see a movie. Probably. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow and Sunday. Maybe I'll see 2 movies. You never know. Oh, Samo. Samo has just given me a gift on YouTube. 10 jewels, floating heart. That is really nice of you. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. I don't know what I said to warrant such extravagancies of a floating heart, but I thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you, I say. Okay, so earlier today I started on scene, well, it's 21A4. It doesn't really roll off the tongue, but 21A4 is the scene that I'm on right now. I'm only 1 drawing into it. And so tonight, if I do start to draw here in a minute, it's going to be a little bit wonky, because typically I like to save in-betweening for like a live stream. I like to have something ready for me to work on. And because I don't have something ready for me to work on, that means that tonight I'll be coming up with some keyframes, and let's just say I usually take my time with those. So just be aware. I might be working on all of 1 drawing tonight. There's a real good chance that I'll just be working on 1, possibly. We'll see. Anyway, so I don't know what you guys have been doing all week. How's your week been going? Are you guys dealing with the heat? Okay. Thank you for the heart on Facebook from Tara Teague over on Facebook. Thank you for the heart. Yeah, it's been pretty brutally hot. It's been, as I like to say, oppressively hot. When you walk outside and you sort of feel like, geez, what did I do? Why are you coming after me, weather? That's what I call oppressively hot. Yeah, so I think I'll probably get started, actually. Now that I think about it, I'll start working on some things. So the scene I'm working on right now, let me tell you a little bit about this section that I'm doing. It's kind of cool because this whole montage was kind of like up in the air. I was either gonna do it or I wasn't gonna do it, which I guess is the only two options that a person could have. But the point is, when I came up with the idea for it, I was thinking, gosh, it'd be kind of cool if I added this little section for my main character to kind of give him a little bit more of a chance to meet some other characters and to, you know, run into some problems along the way. So I came up with this idea to like flesh out the story some more. Well, what's going to happen in this section is my main character goes and knocks on the door of the manager of the store he works in. But all of this stuff that I'm talking about right now, this montage, all of it is set to music, but there's no dialogue and there's no sound effects. So it's just like pantomime, basically, to music. Now, the music hasn't been written yet. The composer is going to write his music once I hand him the animation, and he can look at that and he can write something to go along with it after talking with me about what kind of emotions am I trying to create with people, with the audience, I mean. So anyway, but this gives me a chance to introduce some different characters that weren't in the cartoon otherwise, or they were in the cartoon, but they were sort of in the background or not very much featured, so you didn't really get a chance to experience them. So this montage is 3 sections where I get to introduce 3 different characters in a more, like, you get to see more of them. And the first one of those is the manager. The second one is loss prevention, who makes sure that there's nobody stealing anything in the store. It's very important. If you've been to a retail store, you may have noticed that occasionally there's a security guard watching the front to make sure nobody's doing anything they shouldn't be, and that's loss prevention. It's a role that I have very near and dear to my heart, not because I ever did it myself, but because I've always kind of befriended those people. And then the third character is this customer service gal, and she is in the cartoon in kind of the beginning, but we don't get to see her for very long. It's a really, really brief appearance, and so this was a nice chance for me to kind of give her a little bit more to do, and then it feels like we get to know that character a little bit more. So I didn't know if I was going to add it because I wasn't sure if it was going to be necessary, and it's not necessary, but the more I think about what it's going to do for the story, the more I'm like excited by it, and I love the idea of world building. And so to me, adding more characters and showing different parts of the building that these characters inhabit, that's world building for me. And so I think it gives everything a lot more of a well-rounded feel. Anyway, all that to say, I'm working on that now. And so I guess without further delay, I'm not going to say what the other thing that everybody always says, because everybody always says it. So I'll say without further delay, I'm going to turn my screen and just try to not knock over the delicious smoothie that I made for myself before I came on here, which I had sitting just off camera. And one of these days I'm going to switch out my pencil again, because I mean, it's not like the smallest pencil, but it's getting to be a little bit unpleasant to use, just a little bit. It's almost like cramping my hand at this point. Not quite cramping my hand, but it is almost cramping my hand. Hi, Cannoli. Cannoli is off camera, sitting in my laundry. In my laundry that needs to be folded. And he's just taking it upon himself to sit there. Hi. Staring right at me. like a good cat should, stare right into your soul and make you feel super uncomfortable. That's what a good cat does. All right, let's turn this around. Oh, and I gotta give a correction from last week. I think I told you guys about an event that I'm going to be hosting on August 22nd, and I think I told you guys it was going to start at 7, but it doesn't. It starts at 6. So if you are in the Austin area and would love to see both myself and my best bud Joe Rothenberg, who has 2 books that he's promoting, cartoon books that he made himself. I will be at Book People on Saturday the 22nd at like 6 o'clock. It should be about an hour, and I think Joe's going to be doing some signings, and he'll be taking questions, and I'll be doing like a live interview with him. It's going to be really great, honestly, and it's a good local event. But also, Joe's a great guy and a great artist. He totally deserves your support, and so I highly encourage you to come out. Victoria says, "Hey, I've got some extra pencil extenders. Remind me the next time I see you." Oh, no, I have pencil extenders. I'm simply not using them. I have 2 of them. I don't love them. I'm going to be honest. Let me see. I think I have one. Yeah, I've got one just off camera right here. I don't love it. I don't love it. I'm going to use it right now just to show you that I have one. See? Pencil extender. I don't know. It doesn't hold the pencil the way I would want it to. I do use them on occasion, but it's just not great. And I don't know. Maybe I'll use it tonight, but there you go. Pencil extender. Extend your pencil instantly. Thank you, though. Thank you for offering your pencil extenders. All right, so let me get this. Now, if you're looking at this, I got 2 different live streams going, technically. Well, 3 if you include Facebook, but depending on where you're watching this. If you're watching it on Facebook or even on YouTube, you can see a landscape view of everything. But if you're watching on a different version of YouTube, the other part of my channel, where I have it vertically showing, that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to make it so the vertical people will be able to see what I'm working on. There we go. Okay, that should do it. That should do it. So this is the drawing I was working on earlier today, and it is a kind of a pretty close-up image of new guy pointing very, I don't know if frantically is the right word, concerned, pointing at the ad. The very ad from New Ad Day, the ad in question, he is holding in his hand, and so he's pointing at it. Now, you may be wondering, why is that ad blank? Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate that. Why is that ad blank? Well, it's blank because I haven't committed to a design yet of what the ad's going to look like, and I don't want to do it until I go back and like do post-production stuff, because the ad shows up a bunch of places in the cartoon. So I kind of wanted to sit down one day and like really fully design the ad, and then once I have that design locked in, then I can go back through the other scenes like this one and kind of do like look at it for reference, and then try to recreate it onto every other place it shows up. But because I never actually designed the ad, I don't know where everything is going to be laid out, and I don't want to randomly lay it out differently every time I have it show up, because I like having consistency. So that's why it's a blank ad right now. And you guys may have heard me talking about post-production, which is something that I'm hurtling myself toward faster and faster each day. Post-production is going to be that period of time where I take the existing drawings, the existing pencil drawings, and then clean them up, which will mean going back in and probably like doing some erasing and doing some, line definition and things like that. Probably not too much of it, but we'll see. and then rescanning them into the computer, where I will figure out how I'm going to add color and how I'm going to kind of clean everything up digitally as best as I can. And I say it like that because I don't really know what that process is going to look like yet. I have an idea of how I'll start, but I don't actually know exactly how that process is going to go. And it does make me incredibly nervous. But the idea is, if I can find a way to come up with something that will capture the look that I would like to see, but not have to like ink everything by hand and use crayon like I used to in the comics. I used to color my comics with crayon, and I used to ink everything with Sakura art pens, also known as micron pens. I used to do all of that by hand, and I'm not opposed to doing things by hand. Obviously, I'm drawing by hand here, but as I mentioned at the beginning of this hour, I am now 3,500 images into this cartoon. And I don't love the idea of hand inking 3,500 images. So I have to come up with something that I can do digitally to make the process something that is like easily repeatable for me, but something that still visually works and still looks good. And so I don't know what that process is yet. Once I finish drawing all of the rough animation, that is when I will start to answer those questions. Absolutely, I will be here to tell all of you about what I decide. I'll even have, I'll like share my screen or something, and I'll show you what I'm working on at that point. But I still have more drawing to do, so that we're not there yet. We're not there yet. And thank you to Nicole Bell over on Facebook for the heart. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. If you're liking things on YouTube right now, thank you as well. I just can't see the likes until I go back and look at it later. Although as of recently, I can see when you guys send me gifts, just like Samo did earlier in this live stream tonight. So I do see those, and I do thank you guys for that in the moment. So I like being able to thank you guys in the moment for that. All right, so now I'm going to sort of figure out. Okay, this is what I wanted to tell you about this drawing. So there's no actual dialogue in the montage. There's no actual voiceover happening in the montage, right? But in this scene, I do want to have my character speaking. You're not going to hear him. You're just going to see him mouthing the words. So I'm actually going to treat this scene as if it had a voice actor component, but there is no voice component. I'm just going to animate his face to be speaking as if there were a voice. That's going to be really weird and interesting, and I will tell you that that's been kind of almost a constant on this project, is weird and interesting and doing things that I haven't done before, which is good. It's a good thing. I'm not complaining at all. It's very good. It's good to challenge yourself, I say. Put my ruler back here. Get that out of the way. There we go. A ruler over there, and let's see if I can I can move this. Can I move this down a little bit? Probably can move it down a smidge. Oh, good! I just poked my thumb with my sharpened pencil. That felt amazing. All right, so where was I? I was gonna start working on this scene. Okay, so I was going to work on a drawing tonight that is the word find, but I want to do the end of find, so the ND of find. And so I'm going to put a little, okay, I'll try this pencil extender for a little while, but I already don't like it. I'm going to put ND, or actually I'll just put find at the top of the page there, so that kind of gives me a little reminder as I'm working on it what the sound I'm looking for. Okay, so cool thing about keyframes is you kind of have a lot of freedom to do whatever you want, and in theory you always have a lot of freedom to do what you want when you're doing keyframes, because you're deciding what the key frames are going to be. And so because of that, But you still, because of that, you can kind of do things and be a little bit more loose with them. But the other thing I always try to remind myself is, yeah, okay, I can do that, but then I have to like make good on that later and have the character get from point A to point B. So it's just something you want to keep in mind. What are you doing? Why are you putting your claws over there? This cat. Every cat is different, right? All the personalities are different. This particular cat, I've never seen a cat put his paws up on something and go like this on like darn near everything. It's not even a surface that makes sense to do that to. He does it to my windows. He'll just start like pawing the window. It's just, I don't know. He has things he can scratch. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know what he's thinking. That's the lesson. All right, so for the word find, I kind of want to do this thing where let me look at what I have on my timeline. Yeah, okay, that'll work. So I kind of want to do this thing where he is coming closer to camera and then going further, like coming back and forth closer to camera. So this is gonna be kind of a playful play with space is what it's gonna be. A playful play with space. I am kind of kicking myself for drawing this large though. Like I do like drawing large, but when you're animating something and you have a lot of drawings to make and you happen to be making the drawings large, it means that you're going to be drawing large for the entire thing. And I could have probably drew everything smaller and then scaled it up on the computer, but I don't like doing that. I don't like making things look distorted or blurred or whatever. So my solution for that has been to draw bigger, and so that's what I'm doing. And it just means this scene is going to take me a little while, is what it means. But that's okay. Like I said, it's not. I don't have a timeline. I don't have a timeline, but momentum is your friend. That is what I've said this before, like week after week. I think that's true for like any big project. I think momentum is your friend. All right, so let's see. I want him to be sort of squinting. Trying to get some. Hello, Mask Lady on YouTube. I am drawing an animated cartoon based on my original comic strip characters, and I've been working on it. I've been drawing it since May of 2023, but I started writing this cartoon around Christmas of 2020. And then I had other projects come up, so it kind of got put on the back burner here and there. So it hasn't been like consistently worked on since 2023, but as consistent as I could be. All right, I'm taking off the pencil extender. It sucks. I'm going to switch my music up a little bit. That was good for a while, but I'm gonna just switch it up a little bit. Yeah, right here, bud. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Carrie. Hey, don't claw the carpeting. Knock it off. Knock it off. Well, I don't want you clawing the carpeting, that's why. Cool. All right. Okay, I guess I have time to start another one. That's pretty much what I wanted to do with this one, which is good. Oh, did I forget his name tag? Oh, I did. I did forget his name tag. Oh, man. Oh, thanks for the like from Ernesto Facone over on Facebook. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right, so I'm gonna... Get that drawing out. Let's see if let's mix it up a little bit. Oh, look who's here. It's Stray Kids. Hey, Stray Kids. Stray Kids, hey, sorry I've been away for a very long time. I've been busy in Kansas with my family, and I got back 2 weeks ago, and I'm working on doing stuff before school starts up for me again in 2 weeks. That's okay. I was keeping your seat warm while you were gone. Don't ask me how. Okay, you're starting school in 2 weeks. Are you starting? What is it? High school or is it middle school? I can't remember. I think it's middle school, right? Like 7th or 8th grade. Stray Kid says, I have also planning my 18th birthday party. Oh, you're getting ready to graduate. Coming up 2 weeks after school starts for me, so I had a lot on my plate at the moment. I've been doing extra work during summer with my job. Well, good job. Good job keeping busy like that. That's awesome. Happy early birthday party, or birthday, I should say. That's a big one. 18's a real big one. You got anything special going on? I know you said you're planning something. Big party at your house with the friends and family. That sounds like a good plan. That's a big birthday. Enjoy the heck out of it. I'm gonna pause there. I'm gonna pause there for the night because we're at an hour and I'm not moving all that much faster. But that's okay. I told you guys it was gonna be a little slow tonight because I'm doing keyframes, and keyframes take me a long time to sort of. I'm kind of staging them in my head as I go, and so that process is always a little bit slow. And once I start getting into breakdowns and in betweens, that's when things start to move along. And typically, I don't do a live stream unless I have breakdowns and in betweens to do. But that's just not how the week went this week. So that's okay. It happens. And I still got some drawing done. You guys got to also join me, and that was fun for both of us. I think it was nice to chat with you guys. It's always nice to hear from you and see how everyone who all pops in. And pardon me, I get tongue tied this time of night. It's always nice to see you guys. I always appreciate it, and thanks for being here with me even for a little while. If you just popped in and you popped out again, that's fine. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't already, please do. It really does help my channel out a lot, and give it a thumbs up as well if you can. And I do want to remind everyone, those of you who, I probably should tell people this when the beginning of the hour, but I don't think about it until the end. If you like what you see here and you want to see more, just go to retailsunshine.com. You can follow me there for free. That's my Patreon, but I do have it set up where I'm mostly posting stuff for free at this point, mostly. So I would love to have you there. It's cool to build up a community there. And thanks so much. And I appreciate the little emoji there, Carrie. Thank you. Again, retailsunshine.com is the website. And I will see you guys in August, right? Have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of the few hours or 2 hours that are left of July, wherever, depending on where you're watching this from. I'll see you in August. Yeah. Have a great one.